Just yesterday we talked about some allegedly leaked information regarding how one-tricks are going to be handled starting from Season 8, and now already we got official confirmation on Blizzard's philosophy regarding one-tricks. I'll hand it over to Brian to read out some of the most crucial parts, but as always you can find the source down in the description below, and afterwards you can spend a couple minutes discussing what has been stated in that post. Which, by the way, was a response to a player asking if he can get banned for his plans of wanting to one-trick Hanzo.
We believe players should be evaluated based on their actions with whichever hero they choose. If a player disrupts their team by intentionally feeding with any hero, you should report that player for griefing. If a player is staying in the spawn area, refuses to attack the enemy, or refuses support those that are, you should report that player for inactivity. If a player actively refuses to play the map's objectives or communicates to the team in a negative fashion, you should report that player for poor teamwork. If a player communicates in a hateful or harassing manner with any hero, you should report that player for abusive chat. However, if a teammate is actively trying to perform well on their hero and help their team, they should not be reported under any category. We built Overwatch around the concept of teamwork, and we believe the game is much more fun for everyone in a match when we're picking heroes that contribute to the overall success of the team. At times, this means we'll be playing our mains. Other times, we should be trying to help the team by choosing heroes that round out the team's composition. We won't be actioning you if you only play your main, but we also don't believe this is the ideal way to play Overwatch, especially in competitive settings.
I mean, people say, oh, but one-tricks just wanna play the game. They don't try to force others to play around them or anything like that, and that's obviously bullshit. That's like saying that flex players never yell at their teammates to pull their heads out of their asses. And I mean, we had confirmed reports of one-tricks who try to openly appeal their bans get denied by customer support or even developers, stating evidence that indeed showed them getting fairly toxic, making that the reason for the ban over the fact that they only play a single hero. So I guess what the developers are trying to tell us this entire time was that we can't just ban somebody for playing a hero, period. But that does mean you can't report them for being douchebags, which makes a heck of a lot of sense. A lot of complaints come not from them just being what they are, but from their unwillingness to be a team player once things go south. If a one-trick goes on a mean flank because they believe it is the best course of action and they're not on voice chat but then fail miserably, then it is going to look exactly like that to the rest of their team. Poor teamwork or downright griefing. Not joining voice chat is inherently a disadvantage to the team, though I can understand why a one-trick would not want to subject themselves to that, because their playstyle is already an inherent disadvantage to the team. Naturally, people who report somebody right out of the gate before the game even started need to be dealt with as well. Much in the sense that stubborn one-tricks who refuse to play with the team cause bad rep for their fellow one-tricks, flex players who bitch, moan and report somebody before the game even started do the same thing for the rest of their fellow flex players. And that's how we grew into this war between flex versus one-trick, with us always expecting one another to be the worst possible version we can be. And I'm just as guilty of that as anyone else. It's easy to get hung up on all the negative experiences you made and make angry comments based on that. But not all is lost. Rather than indiscriminately fighting each other, we should fight against the bad seeds in each of our respective camps. Not all one-tricks are selfish or toxic, and same goes for the flex players. Sure, we might not always like each other because our gameplay philosophy doesn't quite line up, but with Blizzard's official statement out of the gate, we'll just have to learn to tolerate one another and try to make ranked the best possible environment it can be. So here's me making the first step. I apologize for putting all the one-tricks in the same pot, acting like all of you are the kind of selfish douchebag that refuses to play with the team. And I want to assure you that not all of us flex players give up at the start of the match when seeing you in our team. Sure, we might roll our eyes, but that does not mean that we gave up. We will never agree on everything when it comes to how competitive play should be handled, but we should always try to handle each other as best we can, in a respectful manner. And with that said, I'm gonna call it a day. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to drop me a like on your way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you all next time.